Hello and welcome to the Hall of Heroes in the marketplace, specifically this little corner, Winter Wonderland, where Flurry, the emissary of the Snowpeaks, has just appeared in time for the start of the event of the same name. I figured as we don't have a little guide for this particular event, maybe I could put something up there. Maybe for those of you who've not played for some time and maybe new to the event, or any newcomers who might be wondering what it's all about. Um, so, yes, in layman's terms, much like other events now, you go around on your regular questing, and many of the champions, in fact, I think all of the champions are converted to snow champions for the duration of this event. They drop Snowpeaks chests. Inside the Snowpeak chests, if you're lucky, you'll find a frozen key and also Snowpeak coins, which come in gold, silver, and bronze. The keys can be used to access a couple of the events via Flurry here in the Hall of Heroes. So you just speak to them and tell them which event you'd like to do. Both are quite fun if you've not done them before. The peaks is just like a ski slope, run down, collect all the coins on your way down, and there's a chest at the end to collect a few more. The climb is much more tricky. I'd say it's a fun thing to try and get through once. I am not and never will be any good at the jumpy Mario side of things, so it took me an awful long time the first time I tried this, and I definitely don't recommend it for farming coins in a hurry. I would definitely go to the peaks, the ski slope thing for doing that. But just as a one-off, as a bit of fun, you could give that a go. I'll demonstrate to go down the slope, but first I thought I might like to just have a look at the rewards that the event can offer in return for these coins, and maybe pinpoint a few of those that I think could be nice to have if you don't have already. As far as I can see, the only use for stray or surplus bronze coins on their own is to generate cookies. So if you have anybody in your friends list who likes collecting those, you could maybe pass the bronze coins to them. Um, Otherwise, let's have a look at the things I would highlight for purchase myself. Festive augments are always good to have because they stack with everything else. They're always sought after. Even if you don't want that particular augment, let's say you don't do any dex builds, it could be nice to just keep on ice in your storage, and then maybe a few months later, once the event's long behind us, stick a couple on the shard exchange and see what you can get for them. So I would definitely go for a couple of each of these, even if you don't prioritize these stats in whatever builds you're doing. Ruby of the Snowpeaks is very nice, available from level 4. You might have seen me using it in the monk life we did not so long ago. That was part of our sort of crowd control option. It works very well at lower levels, but even at the higher levels, they can always roll a 1 and be frozen. So I like to add that one where possible to weapons. Sapphire of Snowpeak Speed, another very nice one, available from level 8 for any character that doesn't have a quiver, an upgraded quiver of alacrity for the speed bonus from level 1. This is a very nice item to stop having to click on items or look for spells to give you extra speed. Really nice to have from level 8. Just slot it and then forget about to run speed. That's your run speed done for the life. Craftable trinket, quite nice if you're into your Kenneth crafting. Just to give you a bit of flexibility to have the trinket slot useful for whatever build you happen to be running. So I like to pick up 1 or 2 of those usually when this event's running. Do we have anything else? Cosmetics, if those are your thing. The cloak, is it the winter's? I like the winter, yeah, the winter cloak. That's quite a nice one. And there's an outfit that goes with that as well somewhere. The weapons I think are low level, maybe level 4. It doesn't actually tell you there, but the low damage numbers and low effects there tell me that those are low level. They all seem to have this minor freezing ice on, so that looks like the same effect as the ruby of the Snowpeaks when you slot it. So they all have a chance to turn an opponent to ice as well by the looks of it. There's a 2-handed sword there as well. So could be situationally useful depending on build. And then the Snowpeaks gifts, I don't like the set bonuses too much, but there is one in here that might stand out, the imbue dice. Quite a few builds do make use of imbues, like the Inquisitives. Many, in fact many ranged, whatever they are, usually have an imbue, and plenty of melee too, Eldritch Knight type builds, that kind of thing. So I can see this being a nice one to pick up for to throw in your storage and add into a sentient weapon where necessary. I think that might be the last one to draw attention to. Oh yes, you have the option to trade gold coins into silver if you want. From memory, the silver one is usually the stumbling block in anything you're trying to create, so that could be useful. Silver to bronze, not so much. I wouldn't do that because the silver one, as mentioned, is usually the sticking point for things that you might like to get. So for anybody who hasn't, one thing I will mention before we go, the keys for this event, I don't fully understand why, but unlike the Night Revel keys, which rust each season, and the ingredients as well become unusable and you have to acquire them, these frozen keys, which he's had for a year in his inventory. Yes, I'm ashamed to say I haven't cleaned the inventory for a year. I've not played him too much, to be honest. They are perfectly usable, as are the coins, in the following year's event, which is now. So that's very nice. I don't quite understand why it's not the same for all events, but hey ho. So let's just have a quick go down the peaks. 1 key. Select difficulty. Oh, I don't think you can. Yeah, I didn't think you could change the difficulty. There's no experience or anything offered here, just the coins for the event. So we move forward and talk to Flurry. Got the countdown just like you would on a ski event. You can push forward to go faster, and I'm sure you can use your various boosts and things. You can actually go back up the slope like I did there if you have missed a key. And I think if you're looking for some kind of crazy good time down the slope, you can probably also use boosts like wings. There's no level restriction or anything. You can run it with a level 1 or a capped character as far as I know. And it takes a bit more time. It's probably not worth doing, but you can go back up the slope as I just demonstrated to collect any that you've missed. as you can see from the amount of keys in my inventory, it's not that difficult to accumulate keys. You'll probably end up with plenty that, especially towards the start of the event, you can likely sell on the auction house for a bit of plat, maybe even a few shards if you sell them close to the start of the event and people don't want to bother collecting keys. You don't even need to farm them, in my experience. You just get plenty of them just through regular questing. So there's no need, in my opinion at least, to go and farm quests with loads of champions like people have done in the past for the Mimic event. So what would be such quests? The one, the level 13 one, is it the Kobold, what's it called? The level 13 one in the 12 just next to the teleporter would be one such that has loads of champions. Myodin Kobolds, that's called. If you did want to acquire loads of these chests in a hurry. So as you see, we get an extra hoard of coins for completing the run down at the bottom, and that's basically it. Rinse and repeat, and acquire what nice items and augments you'd like relatively painlessly. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as the Halloween event, which to me at least is head and shoulders above all the others in terms of entertainment, content, effort put in, and probably stuff you can get out as well. But it's a nice little interlude to whatever you happen to be doing, so I thought I'd just give it a quick mention and give my little take on it, some of the things that I'll be trying to gather as the days go by. Okay, I think that's about it. So those of you who are tuning in looking to see Purple get smashed for the third time in 3 quests, I guess you'll just have to wait another day for that. Thanks very much as always for looking, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care.